To go ahead and start, I guess, developing a unique identifier, right? So there's a couple of items that will need to be included on this table in order for it to match to our policy transaction granularity. The first two, right, are going to be our policy number and policy effective date. And really, that's probably the only two that we would need to bring. The expiration, is nice, and we can bring that as well. But really, those two are going to kind of drive, the identifier itself. So in order to add those to the report that, is already out of the box or that's already been, created or prefab, whatever you want to call it, you come over to your table, right? And you come to your policy table specifically. And in this case, we'd want to get our policy number, and you just double click on it. Now, for our policy effective date, it's going to be a little bit higher, on the table itself. We've created some hierarchies, using that. So we'll just go into the folder itself here and just grab the effective date and double click there. All right, and so while that's being added to the report, the thought process here is that the policy number and policy effective date, that if we were to combine these two fields, that this would be a unique identifier that would give us, every row essentially on our legacy or external data source, right? So at this point, we would need to verify, how that identifier is being created or done within the, legacy source. So for me, right, it happens to be this Excel sheet. So it's easy enough to see exactly how we would, kind of put this unique identifier together. And essentially, right, concatenate right within the Excel layer. So what's nice, of course, about Pyramid, and something that I've really been, kind of fond or keen on, since starting to use the front end tool, is that same formula, the concatenate, is something that I can use, of course, to do the same process in order to give us that unique identifier as well.